Hello, YouTube. It's Carrie, and I'm here for Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. I am your Saturday vlogger, and I'm actually vlogging on Saturday. Proof topic for this week is the word diet and the act of dieting. What does the word diet mean to you as a WLS peep? Has it changed since you've had your weight loss surgery? Do you diet as a weight loss peep? Why or why not? Do you think diets work? So when I say diet, in air quotes, I'm not talking about like the food pyramid. I'm talking about for a specified period of time, eating a specified regimen that excludes certain foods, likely generally restricts calories, and the purpose is for weight loss. When you speak of diet as like the food that you eat, in a more scientific term, it's not the same thing at all. It's just more about like the foods that you incorporate, and the reason for it is more. It's usually when you talk about diet in that way, it's about health, or if you have a medical condition. So for me, there's always been that duality of understanding, but diet, I've been on every, probably like all of us, right? Like we've been on like every diet there is, the cabbage soup diet, oh my God, the everything gives you gas diet, the everything makes you go to the bathroom diet, the eat so much fiber that you crap your pants every day diet, the don't eat anything at all, raise your ghrelin, become a crazy person diet, piss off all your friends diet, make it impossible to dine out diet, like the definitely gonna regain after I'm done with this diet. I've been very familiar with that word diet my whole life. I remember the first diet I ever went on was in 7th grade. Me and my friend Wendy did it, and it's that one with the like 4 saltines and a half a cup of tuna for lunch, a carrot stick for a snack, 2 ounces of lean chicken, some green beans, and half a bowl of ice cream for dessert. I think was like it was all like written out. This like weird. Then my parents were on the cabbage soup diet. Like it literally done everything. I think the one that I went to the most was sort of like the restrictive Weight Watchers diet, where you're trying to massage your points by eating a lot of processed foods that mimic the foods that you ate when you were getting fat. Okay, let's get down to answering these questions. What does the word diet mean to you as a WLS peep? So I'm going to talk about this from an emotional standpoint. Diet in that term means failure. I think Jennifer was talking about this. It means failure. It means being uncomfortable. It means being restricted. It means hunger pain. It means eating a lot of foods I don't necessarily like oh God, the whole rice cracker thing. Blech. Like anybody who says that that's actually like a delicious food, what? It's not delicious. It's a vehicle for other things that might be delicious, but it in itself is not delicious. No, so that's what sort of dieting implies to me. A lot of disappointment, deciding to go on it out of desperation and worry about health, concerns about mobility, knowing that everybody, including yourself, thinks and knows that you'll be healthier at a lighter weight, and really struggling to get there. I think that's it. It's struggle. Diet in that sense is struggle. Not something easy or attainable, and that's why generally it has an end point, and then you go back to doing whatever it was that you were doing before. So that's the meaning of diet to me. Has it changed since I had WLS? Yes. Well, yes and no. When I speak about a diet, I'm talking about somebody else, like following a diet, but again, short amount of time. I think that is the most pivotal thing to long-term success when it comes to weight loss surgery, to stop thinking about diets. Not in that way. You can't think of it as an endpoint. And it's funny because I think where people get tripped up so much, especially newbies, is the once you hit goal. Because in your old, psychology, when you're doing a diet and you hit your goal, what do? Generally, you start eating indulgent foods again. You're not trying as hard. You're happy and confident where you are, so you're not working at things so much. And it's like there's an endpoint. So if we keep that thinking when we have weight loss surgery, where does that get us? It means that, and we all know that you can always gain weight back after surgery. So if you hit goal and you're still thinking in that diet mentality, you're going to go back to eating those old foods again. And you get back to those old patterns and you get back to that regain. Simple as that. I think for me, it took a really long time to break this thought cycle. I mean, I'm 8.5 years out. And you would think by now I would have gotten it down, but it did take me this long to sort of get here. And, it had me, overeating through my complications with my mini gastric bypass because I had to. And then it had me for the next several years with regain because I just didn't get it. And I was trying to go back to those old dieting patterns. And of course it doesn't work, and then finally through doing all of my own research in nutrition and really trying to figure it out both psychologically and physiologically for my personal being. And I think that's sort of like the work that we all have to do. And so in that way, it has changed. I never think about doing a diet again. And, when you first get into your weight loss surgery and you're like, yes, I'm never dieting again. When you actually hit that regain, you can't say anything. I'm never dieting again. Oh, it's lost forever, blah, blah, blah. Nirvana would just say something about that. And Amber Lee, if you guys follow her on Facebook, she was saying something about this. Gone forever. No, I don't think so. And she's 100% right. It's not gone forever, ever. So you can never think of it in that diet way as like an end point and then you can go back to your old things. You really have to think about it in a much more overall globalized ideology about food, which when combined with mindfulness can get you to a place where as you're shopping, as you're preparing food for yourself, as you're making decisions when you open the fridge of what to eat, for lunch, or what to prepare for dinner, you're thinking about the elements of food that need to be in the meals in order to make it nutritious and good for you. It's a completely different way of thinking about things. And then find the right ingredients and then make that delicious, right? I think somewhere along the lines in this sort of dieting frenzy, we all forgot how to eat. And so now there's this thing where you can have shakes and protein bars, if you're on a diet or no, we all just have to eat real food. Okay, has it changed? Yes. So, do you diet as a WLSP? Why and why not? No, I would say, okay, so this is the thing. So I'm following a ketogenic sort of diet, although, I don't know. For those of you who follow me on my personal channel, I just had emergency surgery last week. If you guys want to hear about that, you can go to my channel, Fresh Orangina, FRESHORANGINA. Yeah. So where was I going with that? So I've been following ketogenic diet, whatever. But the thing is that I'm just calling it that because this is what everybody's calling it now. Wendy and I talk about this all the time. Protein and produce, right? That's the deal. I don't really believe in the whole high fat thing on the whole keto train. People who are obsessive about it are fat bombs, coconut oil, and all this crap. To me, that's diet, right? That's a diet. Eating fat bombs and downing bacon like there's no tomorrow instead of actually thinking about the nutritional aspects of the choices that you're making, right? Dictating what somebody else tells you to do is diet, right? Thinking about what you actually have to eat is understanding how to eat properly diet, right? Diet isn't a scientific term. Somebody else telling you, this is what you have to do, da-da-da-da, have this for this and this for this. This is why everybody's talking about Dr. V lately. The aspects of his plan that are like that make me think of it as a diet, right? Endpoint. Stop doing that eventually. That's why, to me, I don't know, I'm not really into it. I'm sure you like, and yeah, you can lose weight the way anybody can, but we're not. This is the other thing. So I don't think that thinking about it as just like, you know, getting to the goal and losing weight, it's like not really. It's not really about the end point, right? Going back to the whole debate of like weight loss surgery versus health surgery. There's no end point. There is no end point. It's just figuring it out and being happy with your life. Yeah, so I don't diet anymore. So I might say I follow a ketogenic diet, but it really just means that I focus on protein and produce. And so, yeah, I've joined some of those groups, but I'm sorry, I just can't eat everything with bloody almond flour. It just doesn't make it bread. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make it bread. Different textures and things, and like you can find those. You just got to be, you know, be willing to experiment with food. Do I think diets work? No, because they have an endpoint and somebody's telling you what to do, as opposed to making you thinking about it, and so that you can carry those skills on for the rest of your life, right? Don't diet. Don't diet. Have a good diet, but don't diet. So yeah, that's my feelings on the whole thing. All right, guys, have a good week. Again, if you want to hear about my emergency surgery that I had last week, you can pop over to my channel. Fresh Orangina, like the drink. It's like an old moniker from back in the day when I used to drink soda. I used to like Orangina. It has like orange juice in it with pulp. It's a good drink, but whatever. I don't drink it anymore. All right, guys. Bye.